the unbeaten Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now he enters the ultimate. One of the top prospects to emerge from Russia in sport. And his remarkable 16-0 record in just 3, taking a big step up in competition tonight against former Belarus. Like his young opponent, will be looking for his first UFC bell sounds. Coming up next, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, Kenny, just as he did at the weigh-in, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Kenny, for those that don't know, really is a wrestling mecca, and he's...
No, yeah, absolutely, Nurmagomedov, just the country of Russia, is known as, really compete at the highest levels, and he comes from the hotbed of Russia, loves to strike, loves to get scrappy and throw down.
He's finished his last 8 wins, 6 wins by knockout and 6 wins on this card, and Nurmagomedov looking to make a statement in what is his UFC.
I mean, 6 wins by KO, 6 wins by submission. Doesn't like.
2-time world Sambo champion, 16-0 is the mixed. He was 3-0-1, and that included an absolutely scintillating. We've seen him in the past.
Yeah, he says he changed up his diet, came in a lot. Santa Monica, California. Training with things fresh, keeps you honest. Sometimes you get too comfortable training with this.
And you see the former UFC veteran Anthony Hardonk in the corner of Kamal. All right, getting you ready for some light seat career. Now he's back in the UFC for the first time. Changes to his diet. We'll see if the results are there tonight in the octagon.
Down Russia, which is traditionally a hotbed for wrestling in Russia. The Persian style of wrestling, it's the perhaps Russian style of wrestling. Love to strike, love to throw down.
Shalorus, the 65 pounds before making the eventual cut down to 1 in his corner here tonight. And we'll see if that pays dividends against him. Shalorus, you see the number that jumps off the page. Shalorus, a late bloomer, turns against Nurmagomedov. How about some Bruce Buffer?
Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki shares the cage. First time in the United States, making his US and UFC debut as Nurmagomedov gets his first takes of the octagon.
Yeah, all of his fights have been not being able to sprawl fully against the completely different.
Shalorus with a big...
Shalorus looking to use trading with his opponents, but definitely Khabib. Nurmagomedov is another one of these Russian fighters who comes from lands some nasty ground and pound. And interesting, watch out for that big right hand from Shalorus.
Yeah, you out of Shalorus, who's back in the orthodox at present.
He's backing up, allowing Shalorus. He has to keep it in the middle of the cage where he can't be pinned.
Able to check the high kick there from Shalorus. Draw the eye of the UFC brass, as Nurmagomedov certainly did. How about 7-0 as we approach the halfway point here in round number 1 between Shalorus.
He will throw in some unorthodox techniques and definitely throw a fighter off with some awkward attacks. Try to throw Shalorus off, and that was a big kick. That powerful guy is Shalorus.
Shalorus in a world of trouble right now. We'll see if the Russian can finish.
This is where Nurmagomedov will make you pay.
A couple more accurate strikes could do it.
This is not where Shalorus wants to be. Possibly get a single leg and escape from here. Nurmagomedov to the back position. Nice transition from Khabib. And puts his pressure with his ground and pound. There he is. It moves into side.
He's very fluid, is the Russian on the ground.
Job of getting back to his feet.
And there is he's sticking his chin right in there, and as you might expect,
definitely didn't have that same snap in his punches when he got back to his feet.
Closed for Nurmagomedov to get that first round finish. Shalorus. So Nashville liking what they've seen through the first 5 minutes.
Let it cut, man. Let it cut, man. You started off good.
Got caught as he was getting up.
Yeah, right under the chin.
Boom. Right on the button.
And shows you that
the ones that get you. It was accuracy.
Cover when you've been knocked down the way Shalorus was there in the first.
That's at the end of that first round.
And once again comes flailing in with that left hand. Shalorus sort of biding his time and waiting for that big right hand.
Very impressive. That's it on Shalorus. Very nice wrestling. And again,
and at least in the early going, no nerves whatsoever for Nurmagomedov. See, on Christmas Day to get him here, he wanted this UFC optimizing the opportunity, at least to this point.
Yeah, definitely. He said he wanted to do what coming all the way from Russia to achieve that goal. Nurmagomedov needs to get an underhook. And there he is trying to advance his position, but he's also working his ground and pound position. Most devastating way to advance your position. It's not just his jiu-jitsu.
Nurmagomedov trying to move across that right leg, and Mario on the second round of this lightweight battle between Shalorus. Odds makers forecasted virtually even money on paper, and
a very impressive record, 16-0. It's hard and unknown, but proving himself against a true veteran in Shalorus.
Not really at all in his MMA career. Of course, UFC undefeated and getting all he can handle right now.
Of saying that this kid came right from Russia, went right into some, and they expect big things from him.
Yeah, hard not to be impressed with what you've seen, and hard not to think about how much better he can.
His hips, ground and pound. And then these are the kind of turnover, but thought he was going to switch into a.
You got to think too, gaining momentum and confidence in the matchup as this fight.
And we're used to, but he's obviously much bigger, especially if you bring him around a little bit. Khabib, another one.
Right hand to try to turn Nurmagomedov's lights out.
Some unorthodox moves with his crisp striking, and
cut certainly found its home there. In 10 months, we'll see what the message is here from the former UFC veteran Anthony.
You're behind on points.
That's the last one?
This is the last round. He has a few takedowns. Now, use the cross to the body. He drops. Use the cross. Try to take him down with a single. Cross, switch, single.
Kenny, certainly can't be confidence inspiring when you're fighting.
Sign, but some very good advice from Anthony Hardog, telling him to try to get on top of his opponent Nurmagomedov. And
Shalorus has dealt with injuries over the last calendar. It's a little bit rust as he gets back to the big show. Once again, though, going for that big bell.
Very impressive for his first full countering. Looks like a veteran out there.
Really does. I'm having none of it.
I tell you what, on your butt. I mean, this guy finishes takedowns and not able to.
He ate another left hand, now working on a guillotine.
And look at that, doesn't quite have his legs in the proper positioning, and you can see him slip upper side, going to the far side of that headlock, and he's out.
Nurmagomedov and Shalorus' face starting to show some wear and tear at this point.
Has not stopped throwing punches. Inside mount, now in the mount. Get that rear naked choke. He's kind of in an awkward position, but looks like
Nurmagomedov goes according to plan. Welcome to off.
Against a true veteran, Shalorus. He out-wrestled him. Rear naked choke. Here he is pressuring him with his ground and pound. Try to turn his back, but that only opened up a rear naked choke for Khabib.
And Shalorus, not an easy guy to finish. Submitted here tonight for the first time. Lives up to the hype as he improves to 17 and next. It's UFC Prelims. It's Fuel TV. Welcome back to the home of the Nashville Predators. It is you in the octagon with our voice, Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee tap out due to a rear naked choke. Khabib, the Eagle.
On getting your first win here in the UFC.
Добро пожаловать в США.
На теннисе мне очень понравилось здесь. 3 дня здесь было, еще хочется 3 года побыть.
Professional, I love it here.
All right, well, very fluid performance here in your...
Как ты закончил этот бой? Расскажи нам немножко об этом бое.
И в конце, как мы работали дома в Дагестане, как мы работали здесь.
I had a strategy. I was working on it. I devised it with my father. We've been able to get it done, guys.
Any nerves whatsoever as you took to the...
Я волновался, но я надеялся только на Всевышнего.
Butterflies today, however, with the help of God, I was able to get it done.
Congratulations.